Go.
Hi, my name's Simran, and I'm checking out the app called COVID in Pocket. All right, so to start off, I'm on the home screen. I like the colors; it's kind of it matches and everything. There is a create new account button since I need to register, and everything's there: email, username, password, exactly how to expect it to be. All the buttons work. I can put my username, password, everything. Cool. I can log in. All right. So, latest news. Let's see. New COVID variants. Can I click on anything? No. Okay, that's fine. Check out recent. Oh, okay. So we have one a button for each province in Canada. That's amazing. Okay, so oh, you can even check Canada. Okay, that's cool. Let's check Canada wide. Okay, new cases, recovered, deaths, alerts. State of emergency Canada wide. Please not travel on the. Okay, that is very smart. Very good. All the colors and everything. Ooh. All right, we're gonna go back. Let's see Ontario. I'm curious. New cases too. Okay, true facts. True facts. All right. So I see all the statistics that are required. So that's good. Click here to follow individual process. Okay. Cool. Okay. The third task is chat with a volunteer. Chat button. Ooh, okay, so that's pretty easy. You can make this a legitimate button that you don't have to start searching within to get to the button you're looking for. I see that there is somebody available to talk and everybody is there, so you don't have to like assume that you're alone, I guess. Oh, and it does say how many people are available. Okay. This is Brendan. Okay, so they're all. Oh, you know where you stand. Okay. I understand. Okay, cool. Settings, emergencies. Okay. In the settings, locate color correction button and change the color correction to. Okay. Color correction. Blue, yellow. What is it? Let's see. Huh. Did I not click? Yeah. I'm not sure what that button exactly is supposed to be doing. I'm assuming it's supposed to be changing the color of like the background to whatever the person wants, but it looks the exact same to me. So, yeah. Oops, sorry. Okay. Yeah. Okay, but I'm curious. Can I check all of them? Not necessarily. Okay, so you can. Okay. Alright, cool. Languages. Okay, good for Canada. Oh, okay. Makes life easier. Okay. Last thing.
Can you talk a bit louder? I can't hear you.
Oh, you want me to be louder?
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay, so then task 5 simply says log out of the account, which is pretty simple. Are you sure you want to log out? Stay log out, I'm out. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 5, how difficult was this task to complete? Oh, I would say like a 1. Not that hard. Pretty easy. Everything was there. Yes.
Could you just repeat a few of the tasks again? So, when when it comes to chat with a volunteer, can you log in again and then see if you could chat with anyone that's available there?
Alright, cool. I'll log in. Let me join Canva. Okay, chat. Yeah. So the person's there. It tells me who I'm chatting with. And they're very nice. Uh, I can't necessarily type at the moment. But yeah, the buttons all work. And I like the fact that for the people you cannot that are not available, they're disabled, but the person you can talk to, their chat button is enabled. And yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
All right. So, can you just repeat again? For on a scale of 1 to 5, how difficult was this task to complete? 1 meaning easiest and 5 meaning the hardest.
I'd say like a solid one.
So for
Everything
you,
was
it's
like
pretty
it's
easy to go through each tasks and figure out what they do.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Just have a few more questions. Sorry.
Person.
Um, what aspects of using this prototype were problematic for you or confusing? Like anything that you found kind of unusual.
Um,
So you can show
problem.
while you go through the app. So you can go to those
Okay,
parts and see if.
okay. So I guess the only part. I mean, I didn't find anything confusing because I feel like everything was like nicely laid out. But I guess the only thing that could be considered problematic is the color correction thing because I'm
Those
not exact.
placeholders for now because the app doesn't actually change those colors. It's not a full
Okay,
actual app, right? So, yeah, um,
okay.
yeah. So, could you just go through the settings screen again and just click on different buttons and figure out what they do again?
Yeah.
Can you
Okay,
just repeat
so
what they do? Yeah.
it tells me my user. Good. It gives me two languages which are specific to Canada, I guess you can say, so that's good. It gives me the option of either keeping my location on or off, which is good because some people have a personal preference of not sharing it, but they'll still
Correct.
search up the location they want. So I like that there's the option of on and off. I like to keep that off. Yeah, the color correction work, yeah. And then font resize. Let's see. Yeah, that all. So the size isn't necessarily changing. And then yeah, there's like an emergency button. So like in case you are somebody who might have COVID, who is having not the best symptoms that might be harder to manage than like the fact that there's an emergency button for you to call 911.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
So
yeah.
my next question is, did you notice any features in this app that you like?
Uh, I like the fact that specifically on this page for the statistics, you can it's like nicely laid out, so I can search Canada wide as well as each individual province. So, like
Okay.
for instance, I live in Ontario, so I want to know specifically just for Ontario, but at the same time, I can look at Canada, and be like, oh, okay, so this is how we're doing overall. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, did you notice any features that you dislike?
Um, not necessarily dislike, but like no, I don't think I have anything that I dislike.
Okay. Um, so my next question is, which terms, labels, or navigation elements are a bit confusing or require some kind of clarification? So meaning like if you were navigating to a certain place, was it easy or was it confusing? Like, were you able to understand what a certain
Okay.
thing does?
So I think okay, so I think that I didn't find anything really confusing in terms of like navigating because everything
Okay.
was pretty clear. The symbols were as they should be. So like the home button means home button. It gives me the news. It gives me statistics
Yeah.
as expected. The symbol for chat is where you chat, and the setting symbol is where the settings are. So I feel like there's nothing necessarily confusing about navigation, and the labels were pretty clear. So it's not like something's labeled as one thing but then does something completely different. Like you don't have to be really that intellectual in order to understand how to navigate the app.
Okay. Um, do you have any suggestions to improve this app?
Suggestions to improve. I mean, in terms of um like layout wise,
Yeah.
I would I would say, huh, it's a good question. In terms of layout, I think I would probably I don't know, like if I had to okay, yeah, no, I don't think there's actually much I would improve on. Other than the fact that maybe like for the statistics,
Hmm.
it would be I guess it would be less moving back and forth pages if like it was just like a map and the Canada's map, and then you just click on a specific like province, and then it takes you to that province instead of having to go back to the other page, then to Canada, back to the other page, then to Ontario, when you can really just click from province to province. That would probably be
So like a map system, we can just click on and show you the
yeah,
statistics,
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
condensing all this down.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That's what I mean. Other than that, I have nothing.
Anything like specific to maybe chats or settings? Do you find anything that might be needed to fix?
Uh, I guess the one thing I would say is I would probably switch fallen like you know how over here it
Yes.
gives you like the status of where you are. So the
This actually is the status of other people waiting for the chat with you. So here you're the actual one volunteer, and these are the
okay,
people in queue waiting to chat with you. And then the other
okay.
one is the one that you're actually, those are the actual volunteers. There are other
To talk
volunteers
to
in here you can talk to.
all right, cool.
So
Okay. Yeah.
do you think that's still a confusion there when you click on volunteer understanding?
Yeah, I would say that is kind of confusing
Okay,
because I initially thought it's like over here you are a person who's waiting to talk to somebody else, and these are other people waiting in line as well.
okay,
So yeah, I would say that's probably a little bit confusing. But
okay.
another
So how
thing,
would you what would fix this little issue for you?
I would say that probably make like a not to overcomplicate it too much, but I would probably start off by having when you initially click this button, it'll be like probably two buttons, one button saying talk to a volunteer, and the other button would be you like I don't know, something like you are a volunteer or something like that. So
Okay,
then I know which page is taking me where.
okay,
So then when I click on talk to a volunteer, I know these are the volunteers that are um I can chat with, and if I click on be volunteer or something along the lines of that, I
okay.
know that that tells me that I am a
Um,
volunteer and these people are waiting.
okay. So the way I thought a volunteer would be like anyone can do it. So do you think it should be more like you have to register as a volunteer in the registration page in order to actually have these options? Or do you think this is okay and just adding one more page to separate chatting with a volunteer or becoming a volunteer?
I would say I would probably have like a sign up process just for like I guess you can say safety reasons because you can really be anybody saying anything, right? So you
Okay,
might be giving somebody information they're not well known to. So I'll
okay,
probably be like it'll probably be like to speak to a volunteer, be a volunteer, but when you click be a volunteer, you have to do like add a put in your password or something, like a specific key, and then it just lets you in and then you can start talking if you fulfill the sign up process or whatever.
okay, okay. So you want to sign up, but also any additional credentials in order to become a volunteer. So we
Yeah.
know that you're actually a volunteer.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that. So I'm gonna jump to the next question. I think I already asked you this one. So the final question is, uh, I might have another question to it too, but would you
Mm.
recommend this app to anyone if I actually built this app in the real world?
Yeah, for sure. You know why? Because it is easy to navigate, and because COVID is like it's a pandemic, it's worldwide, and not everybody is really familiar with devices because some people are much older, much younger, or haven't been exposed to devices as much.
Right.
It's definitely really easy to navigate. Things are
Hmm.
clear. There's not like you don't there's no big words that you have no clue what they're saying. It's to the point and easy to use. So
Okay,
yeah.
so just as a sorry, as a follow up, would you recommend these to elderly people?
Yeah, I would because it's it's not that hard to navigate because a lot they, if you look at other device not devices but apps now, they're kind of complex. There are different ways to go to different things.
Yes.
Like here it's pretty straightforward. Latest news. Check out recent stats for Canada. To
Right.
chat, you click on that button. Settings are right there. Everything is laid out,
So it has
and
the
yeah,
main functionality that the person needs basically.
yeah, yes.
Just one more thing about the home screen, if you can go back there. Would you suggest, or would you think it would be a better improvement if I added the checkout recent stats at the top? Maybe some people are more into the stats than other things. So like just freeze it at the top and you can still scroll through different newses.
I mean, yeah, I think that's actually a great idea because it's true. People probably are just looking for stats. So
Yeah,
yeah,
so
if you,
like there are different age groups where they're in a rush and they really don't have the time to
yeah,
read news, but like stats helps them the most.
yeah,
So
because
would that generally help all the different types of demographic population, or was it just specific to a certain? Do you think how would that like would that improve the whole app?
by like shifting that to the top,
Yes.
I would say it most likely will, because let's say you had a lot more news on this page, and somebody who's elderly is only trying to look for statistics, and then when they don't realize you can like swipe all the way to the bottom, they'll be kind of confused and be like, "Hey, I can't find this." So yeah, if you move the
Right.
statistics to the top, because that is probably what most people are looking for, it would be easier for those people who aren't that familiar with devices and different apps. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Sorry. So, yeah, I think that's all the questions I have for you. So, thank you for participating in my testing of the COVID in the Pocket app. So yeah, thanks a lot.
Anytime, glad to help.